Good evening. The land of art. The land of art. Art. The land of art. What do I do? Hey, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? First, I'm going to go to my Facebook page. I'm going to try and remind me of this. Days of the week. Or was that week? I don't know if I'm hearing or I just heard the word week. You know, like what's weak? Is it the pipe? Do you have a weak pipe? Can you say you have a weak pipe? Or do you have 7 days? Days. You're in a daze? What do I do? So let me go over here to Facebook. I want to see if I can okay, I got 2 people said something to me. Pierre and Robin. Let me see that. Okay, yeah. And okay, we're gonna go to Art Mr. Tackpans. Art Mr. Tackpans. Let me just erase a few things on my page. And I can see that I'm live over here. And I want to see, right? I'm not sure. I'm just gonna hold the camera like this for now. Right? Let's see. I'm just gonna because I'm looking to fix something, you know. I just need to do something first before we begin. I need to prepare. I'm not prepared. You see, I came here unprepared like usual because when I prepare, it means when you're on a path and you don't know where the path is going, but you know you're on the path of thought. So what happens when you prepare? You block that free thought. If I prepare, I'll be working on something that I prepared and where that preparation takes me. Right now, I'm just running. So let me see. It doesn't let me share any pictures, right? So I got to manage. So administration badge, pending post, activity log. Let me see the activity log. Add notes. Add notes. Ronald Frimmett change the group location. Ronald Frimmett can create rooms to anyone in the group. Events in the group. Live videos in the group. Group. Okay, this has already been done. Select the date, administration, moderations, members. Okay, more filters. With notice, just means activity type, content moderation, membership, settings, participation. Let me see. Yeah, participation, right. Participation. Okay. So that's not doing anything. So we're gonna go back to what do I do? So let me go over here to Facebook. I want to see if I can I'm gonna go back to what do I do? Okay, I am no, that's not it. Just give me a minute. Wow. This is taking me all over the place. This featured your items, media. Let's see, what is media? Okay, media. No, that's not what I want either. I just want to show you something, a little bit of the way I see the world coming together. First of all, let me just get this down here. get this over here. You do remember what? Let me see this. Hold on a second. No, okay. I wanted to do this one here, and I need to see what you're looking at, so I got to move the camera. So, how would you think Earth was created? Because that's one of my questions. I want to know, like the planet, if we had to recreate this planet with doorways and opening doorways, if a human created it, right, you couldn't have any special magic, right? But how much more magic can we get than size? So, here we have a free roaming head, but this head does not live, okay, without being connected to the T joint. See the T joint, okay, see this T joint? And then it bends over this way, the separation. So inside of here, which is the Y division, but this post goes for both the right and the left, living in the world. But here is the real connection. See, the bottom of the foot is the sole. So I'm trying to figure out how this comes together. That design, by the way, okay, when they come together, it's in two pieces. The Mayans have that on their carpets. That I see it. I mean, now that's what they're representing. You can see the letter R that comes in. If I would have kept it a little bit closer, you also see 252 over here. Inside of it is also a T, but if I reflect it and create the mirror, you create the I. Now, if you're talking about the left side, see, this is not done, right? If you're talking about the left side, maybe I can design it for you. Hold on a second. Right, so we have this, right? This is almost like we're going to connect our boat. And then you have what is the mirror. How would that mirror come out to be? So that would be the mirror. So if I would have the I would have the north versus the south. If I would have the H, okay, I would be turning my camera this way. So this would be the east versus the west. I mean, I'm not sure if you're going to look at it that way. You see, first they were used as the north and south. Now it becomes the east and the west. And then when these bricks are all separated, here's your center. So you can also use it for your first center, and you can use it for your second center. And the same thing is going to come out of here and here, and then here and here. And the reason I'm showing you this design, I want too much light. Hold on a second. Yeah, I'm showing you that design, not by like because I'm doing something on it, just having so much trouble with this camera, but it's what its actuality is in artwork. So the letter I is the ninth letter. The letter H is the eighth letter. So for those who do numerology, and how am I supposed to believe? Where did you get that answer? What's the definition? You know, what's the definition? I want to know. So I want to dig a little bit deeper, and I want to see how everything connects. So now what I'm going to do with this H and I, 9 and 8, 17, Q, reverse alphabet J, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. You see, there's a whole communication right over here. There's a whole thing going on here. So first we had what everybody thinks is just a regular I, right? That's a one level. And okay, the I and the H. So we're just going to do, you see what has to happen? See what has to happen with this design? The H, okay, when it's created in its smallest form in a skeleton type, right, takes up what is one part only, that if I should fixate on this I, my I and H would look like this. So how should I look at the situation? Should I say it's C8? Should I say it's 1 minus 1? I have to understand this a little bit more. So that's my, what I and H turns into what looks like for me, C and H. I don't know what it looks like for you, but we're going to leave that aside. This is all questionable. Probably a lot of people say something different, but since it does turn into this, right? The C is 3 and 8 equals to 11. And for me, what's ironic is 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals to 1 equals to 2, 1 plus 2 equals to 3, 3C. Now we're going to go 22, or 2 times 2 equals 2, 4, and 2 plus 2 equals 2, 4, and 4 equals to 8H. So 11 and 22 equals to 33. And this is 1/3 equals 11, and 2/3 equals to 22. So if I was doing this, I can probably just say now hockey. Now I hope I don't forget where I'm at, because I just want to come back. So what I'm setting this on is, and I don't want to forget, somebody try and remind me of the 7 days of the week, or is it 5 days a week because it's 2 days of the weekend, but it's actually a split weekend because Saturday is actually the end of the week, where Sunday is the beginning of the week. Now that's here in North America. I don't know about the rest of the world right now. I need to get a drink. I'm going to come back. Numerologists, people that talk about numbers, people that give numbers, people that give definitions. I want to take this one step deeper. Where does it come from? If I say octagon, you're going to say, might say, stop. You might say octopus. You might say a spider. We are the children of the Creator, so I base my thoughts a child's way. How I grew up learning the ABC 1, 2, 3, and it's my life because we have a personal connection through the grapevine of the period of life we came into, and everything we learned from history, whether the truth or a lie, it doesn't matter, because there's a formation in the numbers, and that will give you definition. And there's a lot of things going on, because if you're doing numerology, right, and you got a word like safe, 20, 31 cube, 37. And what's ironic about this is when I say safe, I'm thinking of baseball, and it's a runner, and the runner is safe. So if you're safe, you have to know the opposite. The runner is not out. So there's a story that builds just with a couple of numbers. There's a whole story. And if it's baseball, now you got 9 innings, but they don't always play 9 innings. Sometimes the game ends at 8.5 because the home team is leading. And when the home team is leading, after 8.5 innings, the game ends. And the equation is 27 and 24. When the game ends at 8.5 innings, there are 27 out and 24 out, equaling to 51 and 42. The gateway is in Mars. 2 and 2, 4. 4 and 711, 1 and 1 is 2. So it's 4.11. So I have to understand where this comes from, which can be dA. It can also be what is K. It can also be what will be created in its own creation by 1 times 1, 1 plus 1, which will be AB. So we already have the A, so we're going to go A, B, C, K, D. In this situation, this is just what came up. So I don't like to leave single digits, so I'll put 0, 4. So now if I reverse this, it'll come out to 51. 40 and 11 reversed comes out to 51. This is Mars, 2 and 2. So now if I crisscross them, okay, which means 20. Did I get that right? Where's my 27 over 42? You'll have what is in rotation, 69 in the gateway, the house of bait. 22 is ape, and all the other words that come with number 22. It's also bust. The Big Bang, you're busting out. You're over 21, you pass the cube. 27 is your bait gate. It designs an 8. How can I do this? Here's a piece of its art. The artwork looks like this. This is one of its pieces. Okay, another one of its pieces is this. This is the other one of its pieces. The reason for that is here's one item and here's one item. Here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items. And that's what it creates in this situation. If you want to close the box, I can close the box over here. So that's your 8. This is rotation in the sun. What are these? Well, let's call it the house of bait, the Venus house. And I look at it right over here. When I look at it over here, I now have to take out either this or a calculator or the ATM, because there are 9 to a face, to the 4 corners, and the 1 in between shows me this and this are the same. The question is, does one of these go here, 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 and here, and here, and here, and here? We'll talk about that when I get back. I'm going for a little drink in the kitchen. I just want to see if we have anybody. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I just came to the page. Now that is art. If I buy a canvas, can you make me one? You don't want to know my story, your story. Oh my God. Oh my God. Is that my mother? Usually I don't come on and do lives like this. Okay, so let me get back to the video. Why am I showing this piece here? Hold on a second. Okay, okay. You know, I thought 4 people were looking at this piece and wrote me. Wow, 3 years ago, people leave me messages. I never even saw them. Yeah, so I'm just gonna I was just going through a couple of pictures, right? It doesn't look like that anymore. Maybe I should have left it like that. All this has been removed. And you know what? I think I should have left it because I really like this little guy over here. It's all been removed. I'm a little sad that I did it. And I'd like my diving board over here. I climbed up the water world. There's Mr. on the bike. And this is basically what it looks like now. And this is binary code. If you can see my mouse here, right? You see the way it makes this design? So here is 1, here is 2. You know, they're all 0 1s, right? But over here, the value in this 0 spot, okay, is 1, 2, 4. And then down here is 8. Then 8 and 8 is 16, 1 and 6 is 7, because it always doubles. 7 and 7 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5. So the reverse of that, okay, comes over here, 3 to 2 and 1 to 2. So that's the reverse. See, the life comes under the harping over here. And let me see if I can get this camera to sit on its own tower or something. Anyways, I'm just going to continue on. I'm going to try and show you with my finger so that we have 3 and 2, and then we have 6, and then we meet again at 8. So we're meeting at 8 and we're meeting at 2. So that's that cycle of the moon, right? And then it's over here of 9. So we go 3, 2, 6, 8, 9, and 5. E-I-E-I-O, to where this is 7 and 5, and that's where the moon comes in. And is that our singular moon? How does this take place? How can we create 3D? So when we continue this, right, 3 and 2 is 5, and 6 is 11, and 8 is 19, and 9 is 20, and 5 is 25. 1 and 2 is 3, and 4 is 7. 7 and 8 is 15. 15 and 7 is 22, and 5 is 27. So we have 27 on one side, and I don't remember what 27 and 25, 52, the numeric value for Earth. So now it inverts, and it connects with this piece over here. This piece over here is what joins both sides. It's that single dot. So this is your binary code. This one over here, the cat moves its. The cat always has to get in between. This one over here, okay. Ay, ay, ay. This one over here, okay. If I got it correctly, I think it's 1, 2. I think I'm going through 5, over to 9, over to 8. And I'm just trying to see if that's possible, if that's what it is. Well, that's what happens when they took the penny off the market. And this over here, I always called it the rye bread, you know, held by the 7. What do you call it? The European 7. Anyways, or maybe it's a mackerel or something. Here's your house of Kaaba. They're all hexagons. This is Mars and Earth. Mars is the points. Earth are the straight lines. Mars and Earth, 11, 11. Earth and Mars. See, when they go 11, 11, the thing about 11, 11, right, is that each one of these is Earth, right? This, okay, the dots that separate it, okay, is Mars. Mars are the dots, Earth is the lines. The question is, if I did this, right, I would have to make my 11s look like this if they're in the center. So when you look at a clock, okay, if these are in the center, okay, then what would we call them? How can they be suspended? And are dots planets, and what are lines? Yeah, now I'm going to go get that drink that I promised myself, and I'll show you more pictures. I'll get on to the next part. It's just a shame that that nobody's here. Oh, I want to duplicate this, duplicate it. And no, I want to go to Art Mr. Tacbands. Let me see if I can fix this so you can post. Group quality settings, group settings, add features, request, like post formats, raise money, add features, badges, buying and selling direct player info, mentorship guides, game links, fantasy. No. Okay, so none of this shows me about putting pictures up. Group settings, permissions and roles, name and description, new member intro, privacy, public, hide group, location, tags, web address, group color, Group affiliation, participation, approval, off. Can't participate in the group. Manage discussions, approve all members' posts, off. Sort comments, sort, approve edits, off. Edit post formats, off. Anonymous posting, off. Add it to group. Ask for recommendations, events, files. Allow people to share files. Oh, here it is. Okay, allow people to share files to the community. Add new. Hold on a second. I got to go back to this. Group settings. Manage discussions, approve edits, default, edit, anonymous posting, ask for recommendations, poll, reels, rooms. Visual storyteller. Wow. GIF, allow people to post gift images. Okay, it's all on. Ask for recommendations, reels, rooms. I screwed something up here. Default tab. Approve all posts, off. 9 badges, no affiliation. Okay, I don't have time for that. I'm going to have to get back here. Okay, so nobody's here. I'm going to get that water. My cat's being so nice. Okay, so we spoke about a lot of things, and I know nobody's here right now. Okay, but I'm gonna keep going on. So previously, I was talking about the I and the H. Now, the I and the H, okay, which if you saw them close together, maybe it's this. Maybe it's 89. Maybe it's 98. I don't know. What if you would add them together? Right? You know, now we brought a little bit of math into it, because obviously if you're doing a little numerology, you got to do a little bit of math because you're adding things up, right? So you have the H and the I. This is the only way I can really distinguish it, so I like to write it this way. So you have 8 and 9. Now, if you multiplied it, that would equal to 72, and that's where your gateway to Q. 7217. This is the beta gates. I call it that way. I've been looking at number 7 as the gate. It can be other things. First of all, number 7 can be G. The 7th letter is also P, and the 7th letter in a single digit count is also Y. Now, this is in the base alphabet. In gematria, okay, the 7, okay, letter is the G and the T, which is normally the 7th and the 16th and the 25th. Since it's to a single digit, I bring everything to the extra digits. If it was 100, I'd add more zeros to it. That way, when I turn it around, it'll be 70, 61, and 52. So I know the numeric value for Jack is 25. I know the word earth, rabbit, heart are all numeric value 52s. And what's ironic about that is 5 times 2 equals to what is 5 plus 2 equals to 7. 5 times 2 equals to 10. And the total is 17Q, but we have G and J in this scenario. And the French, right? And the French say G, and here they say J. 7 and 5, 7 and 2 come together. 7 and 5 represents the DC moon. Base value, it's also Heinz 57, as well as Moon 57. And what's funny is the Heinz 57 reverse is Mars 51. So if you're doing numerology, out there, I just don't. Maybe I'm just learning. Maybe I'm adding a new definition, a new equation onto the base value of the skeleton alphabet, the skeleton of everything. You hold up this, and I see this, and sometimes you might see this. Now, there's tons of equations. We know orange is opposite of, I think, green. Orange and green, is that right? No. Well, oh, I'm looking here. The camera's seen here. I know it's red over here. See, the base value of, where is it? Of yellow, I know is white. I mean, you can just say what it is. Green is yellow, white is yellow, green is blue, red is orange. Orange is inside of red. White, where does yellow come from? How do we lighten that yellow? Anyways, Rubik's Cube has 26 of these cubes. 12 of them have 2 colors. 8 of them have 3 colors. And 6 of them have 1 color. And the equation comes from the number 28. 2 times 8, 2 plus 8 is 16 and 10, equaling to 26. 2 times 6, 2 plus 6 is what now creates the expression of this. So where am I going with this? Yes, we were on number 17. Let's delta compression Q. Delta compression Q. You know the way I always looked at delta? I always looked at delta like this. I always looked like 2 different angles. And then what happened in these angles, I don't know which way I should do it. See, I need full space. So this is full space. I like to look at it like this. Well, I'm not sure if that's exactly the way I'm supposed to design it, but it's supposed to be the ace. And the ace is supposed to be represented by 4. And the ace is what divides everything up. So it's 44. And that's space teen. Now, the only reason I say it this way is because this is how I see it. So I think there's inside its formation in which it shows you 4 and then it shows you a 4. And we all know it's an ace. If I designed it a little bit better, maybe it'd be easier to see. Maybe I should be, I don't know, bringing it down like this or something. I'm just trying to think. Can I do that? No, that would go like that. I think. Let me see. Um, and I was thinking of the Christmas tree, right? The Christmas tree, and then and everybody gets to decorate it with the base of green and red. 49, 27, Spirit of 76, and Christmas. Anyways, I don't know why I'm talking about that. Uh, let me see. Delta compression Q. Uh, you see, and I also like to look at when you're talking delta, anything to do with delta, right? We're all connected to the creator. And the creator told me in my brain that delta is a faucet. So the question is the faucet running water? And irregardless, we must do this because the French call water eau. I see it as the letter O. So creator, is that how you write that? Creator, delta faucets running water. Now, if it's running water, what is it running? Is it from a faucet? Is it a waterfall? Is it a stream? Because I know if it's running water, then it's not a lake. So now I see inside here, D, I'm not sure which way I should look at this. There's many ways to look at D. I don't even know where to go, but because 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals D. 1 plus 3 equals D. 2 plus 2 equals D. 1 plus 1 plus 2 equals D. So here you have A, B. Here you have B, B. Here you have A, C. And here you have A, A. And that's how I created my D. So now if I was to reverse this, okay, complete reversal formation, I'd have to add 9 to this. So this would be 9, 9, 9, 9. And that would be 36. And this one, if I had to reverse it, let me think of this. It would be 9 and 7. I'm just trying to think if that's the way I should be doing it. Hold on a second. Anyways, I'm just trying to think, why am I doing it this way? Why am I reversing it this way? Why am I bringing it to a single digit? I'm just trying to remember. Oh, it's all based on 6. Sorry, it's all based on 4. I think I did this wrong, but I'm going to continue because now I'm bringing it to a base 1, which is actually base 10. 1 is a whole, meaning 10. I've never worked with this before. I'm going to check you out in a minute, Leo. I just want to finish this little piece. So 9 and 1 is 10. 7 and 3 is 10. So now we have 16. And here, right, we have 2 and 2. So that will be 8 and 8. This is where our gateway is. And that's 16. This is your birth in the gate. And this is the gate. It's like, here's a door. And then here's another door. So you come here and you go down here. 2 different worlds separated in the sun. Somewhere that just keeps repeating those words because of this. Our sun suits. 29, the value, the sun value is 54. And again, let me just stay out of this. So this one over here is 9 and 9 and 8. 18 equals 26. Okay. Anyways, so just to get back to this, so when we have del, we can have maybe del lights, right? Using up the what? And then when you have TA, I'm looking at this like this. So we have DEL and then this. It's del at, but it's going that way. it's at LED. So I have to figure out what that means. 354. I don't know what that means. Anyways, the reason I do that is every time I see the AT comes together, it's an at sign. So I'm going to jump off everything I was doing, and I'm going to just so what would okay, I'm just trying to see if I can understand a little bit more of. I've never built anything. I build it in here. I can see whether or not it works here by just associating the numbers. If it doesn't work in numbers, vibrations, it's all it's all calculated after that in numbers. Zero as sound is 360, 360, full formation. Full formation. Full formation. So how many 360s? Because they get smaller and smaller, and when they're all inside of each other. 360, 360, 360. But look, 360. My hand is here. For me to do the next circle, I have to move my hand, but my hand is still, it's dragging. I'm always dragging the pen. Yep, the 8-8 is the negative. The 8-8 is the negative, and the 9-7 is the positive. I mean, that's just because of how roulette is done, and that's Pegasus, and it's purple. It's red and blue coming together. So what does that have to do with the magnet? And they also associate different things for me, where white is number 6511. And black is number 2911, and yellow is number 2911. The collapsing field. Which numbers did I just remember to use? Boy. Oh, 8-8, 8-8, 8-8. And what's ironic about 8? It's the only number that calls its own average. It's the only number that calls its own average. 9 and 7 is the passing. There's many ways to look at it, but 9 is your birth. So your birth continues all the time. So the door is open on your life. The spirit, the numbers are always out there for you. So it's continuous. And when it's moving, it's always moving through 88 into the both worlds. But the 8 gets exchanged for a 6 and 9. And the reason it gets exchanged for a 6 and 9, because you are not the heaven, you are of the heaven. You are the birth in the heaven. And within that heaven, you have your own heaven. It is your life in the heavens. 7 is the gate. 9 I always use as the birth. 9 is completion. How can I do this? Everything really fits into 9. I was talking about 1/3 and 2/3. I believe the only way to work with 3, 6, and 9 is by working with 1/3 and 2/3. And I mean, most people know that you need fans on your computer. So you need fans on your computer. You got to keep it cool. Where else are you going to get the thirds from? You're going to get the thirds from hockey. Hockey is where the thirds come from. Show me another sport where we have the thirds. Baseball. In baseball, when you have 4 balls, you're walking for Mars. But 3 strikes, you're on Earth. 9 innings, Earth. A game becomes official. After 5, call it into the 6th. 3 players come up. When the inning is over, you can regard it as 9 strikes. When I do sports, I don't look at a base hit. They can get a hit. I look at different aspects. I do obligations when it comes to sports. You score a goal, you can get 2 assists. It's very rare that the goalie gets an assist, and it's extremely rare, okay, that the goalie ever scores a goal. So we take a number to that, and we can call it a less than 1, because it's less than 1% of the time that a goalie will score a goal. So that's what the goalie and its name, the numeric value of its name, come from. White. I mean, what I just love 88, and I have a scale. I have a. I don't know why I do it, but I like the numbers to the power of 2, and each time you do numbers to the power of something, depending on how you want to calculate. If we're running everything by binary code, what we're going to have to, if we run everything by binary code, so this is the rotation of binary code. If we run it by binary code, I'm just trying to think, if we run it by binary code, it means that the in-between numbers, I'm just trying to figure out exactly what I'm trying to say. God, I wish I can explain this. That's really, you know what? I have no idea. I have no idea, okay, that you create the surges. So I'll look at surges like the waves. Now, do the waves ever stop moving? Then radiant spikes, that's the beginning of that wave. Then it collects the negative and dumps it into, yes, always something moving somewhere. I wish I can see it, but I do my thing, but I have a music scale for 88 octaves. Okay, now octaves, Octavian, and it also stands for 8. Now it ends in AVE, and oct also meaning 8, but it's also the 10th month. So because what happens is when it's a 10, it means the complete area. There's 9, but the complete area is the 10th square. So everything, when you say 10, it's 9 all in one, working together like a complete cell. So the thing about with 8, right, is 8 times 8 equals to 64, and 8 plus 8 equals to 16. The total of 16 and 64 equals to 80. So it's 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. So now this one, 6 and 4 equals to 10 equals to 1, 6 and 1 equals to 7. We're back to our 1771. And this is a gateway. You multiply it and you add it, and it equals to 7, and it equals to 8, which is the queen equals to 62. But if you add 1 through 12, and the 12th card in the deck is the queen, it equals to 78. If you look at October, I'm not sure if it's 78 or 87. And that's what we were just talking about, that October gateway in October. So on the 31st of the 10th, okay, is 7 times 3, 7 plus 3 equals 10, equals to 21, equals to 10. The total is the 31 days of October, but it's not only that, it's the 21 days of the cube, the 21 dots of the cube. This is what I recognition, and then you're going to call that blackjack. The 2 and the 10, or we're going to go to the game of pool now, and you're going to have the 2 blue and the 10 blue coming together. You minus it, it equals to 8. You add it, it equals to 12. 2 times 6, 2 plus 6. Irrelevant to the fact, what this shows you is when I do the next number, which is 9 times 9, 9 plus 9, as 99, it equals to 18 and 81, equaling to 99. The difference is 19. So what is the difference between H and I? The difference is 19. AI, which is actually S and J coming together. The 19th letter, the first letter, the 10th letter, and the 9th letter. In French, so that's okay. Let me look back at what we're getting to. And Now there's a couple of ways to look at all the numbers, and I don't know which levels they're on, okay? Unity Global, no, I'll never have, because my mind, I can spit out a lot of stuff, but I need an organizer. You know what I'm saying? I need an organizer to put it together. But when you went to your 88 or 97 or 222, things that go with 2, first of all, I didn't finish creating 9 and 4, okay, equals to 13 equals to 4. And then 8 and 5 equals to 13 equals to 4. And 7 and 6 equals to 13 equals to 4. If you remember, I was talking about D, number 4, from delta angle. So these are all the way, and that's right away into the moon. And we need water, and it has to be cooled. Computers have to be cooled. So this is what we were talking about. We were talking about number 3, 1/3 and 2/3. 1111, okay, is an association of bringing Earth and Mars together. I mean, they're just, all you do is the on-off. You ever see what an on-off looks like? Imagine you're turning on and off the water. Sometimes the valve opens this way and shrinks, but most of the time what's happening is you turn something on, you turn something off. The light is open, the light is closed. The water is passing through, the water is blocked. So all we need is just like that. You don't need any more. When you see a ball inside something you're turning, all you're doing is turning the ball, and there's a hole inside the ball that opens it up. It's the same thing as if it was like this. But like this, the minute you turn it this way, right? There's no closure for the whole entire area. It opens, so you put a ball instead. See the ball. See, with the ball, you have distance. If I made it a square, how do you want me to turn it in a pipe? So you make it round. Now, if it was a square pipe, would you still make it square? Right? Think about it. If you had a square pipe, would you make it square? Or do you absolutely need a round? You program, if you can, which program? W and M. It's funny the way one goes on a 45-degree angle, and that 45-degree angle is with Earth, with the 9 lives of the cat. It's an obligation to run the 45-degree angle of W. Okay. The reason for that is you can't, on quadrille paper, my obligation is I can't do that. It's got to be here, 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 here. It's got to be online or that way. So there we go. For the W is explaining the 45-degree angle above or below. Well, you know what I'm saying, each one of these angles are telling you a story. Here's the one we're born into. And you know what this is on the real scale? Well, first of all, this is Earth's one. This wouldn't work out. You see, it would start over here. In this scenario, Earth only would start over here. It would lose this complete area over here. I cannot draw this line through it. It's got to be the whole cube. So we're going to lose this complete area. So we don't have 100% space. Secondly, this is the negative area that Earth is born into. So can you explain something to me about that? It's born into the negative area. Here is the plus minus. Here is the plus minus. Here's the plus plus. So we take this down here and we run it this way. And then we take this down here and we run it this way. So we're running the plus plus over through the core into the minus minus. And here we're taking the plus minus down here, and this is what they call the, right? And if you look at it on a calculator, it shows you the same thing. 365 days a year, 0.47, 22 lost to the clock. Let me see if we can get that. It's I'm gonna go 365.47, and it's gonna be running over. Well, I may as well just do that, right? A little simpler. We're just gonna do this: 365.47. Energy and time. Mass stays in the same area, but not energy and mass. Energy and time and mass. So let me see. I got that, and then we got this. So that's what we end up with. And we get S over S. 5 or not a 2. It looks more like an S. No, the S would. How would we do that? Just trying to see if I was making an S, if I was. What exactly is coming in here? I'm trying to figure if it's an animal. Anyways, it's 365.47. A year is 365.25. So that means there's 22 left over. And I like to just look at it as ape, or 22 being 2/3, or 22 is the letter V, reverse E. And then the equation would come out to 4 and 4 equaling to D, and D equaling to what is H, and times 4 equals to P16, equals to the division of our day and night. So let me get back to that. Oh, can you post where I'm live, like on the stream? I don't. You know what? Let me hold on. Let me see if I could. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on a second. Present, leave studio, stop cam, settings. Whoa, hold on a second. I'm looking. Can you get to my page on StreamYard or no? Can you get the StreamYard? I mean, if you push this in, this is the StreamYard page that I'm on right now. Let me see what happens when I do it. No, it gives me me. I don't know. What if hold on. What if I did this? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I wanted to stick on my subject. I'm going to try and see if this works. Hold on a second. I really don't know. Your contacts, share, group apps, manage notifications, pin group, unfollow, sort comments, pause, leave group. I don't know. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, hold on a second. I click my mouse and it clicks like 10 times. Okay. Can I use your name as Alan? Can I do that? Is that you? Leo, can I use the Allen? Let me see. Okay, I'm going to send you a message. Let's see if this works. I sent it to one of them. I'm going to the fridge. I'm taking a 1-minute break. Going to the fridge. Going to check my pager. Give me something. Let me just have a teeny weeny bite. Just give me 2 minutes. Have a little bite. I'm hungry. Okay. Oh, I can't take any phone calls while I sent you a link. I can't take any phone calls. It doesn't come through. Okay. Let me get back to Hold on. You asked why can't you post? You mean post right here where? Hold on a second. I have to go back to Facebook and see. Not fun. Just give me a second. Manage. One criteria. Oh, I can't do it. I don't do anything with electronics. I mean, I'm reading a piece you sent me a while ago, right? And I'm really hands-on, but I'm working on the page right now to see why we can't post. Activity log, no rules. Okay, let's set up a group, new members, customize group, group color, group affiliation, participation approval is off. Who can participate in a group? Profiles and pages. Manage discussion. Doesn't say anything here. Added to group features and capabilities that others can get most from your group. Added sets, real-time connection. Let me see this. Okay. Ask for recommendations, events, GIF, live video broadcast in real time. Okay. Reels, rooms. Add new. Add new. Other features. Shops, direct play, mentorship guides. It doesn't let me product tagging. I don't get it. I just hold on. I know what to do. Give me a second. How can I allow people to add pictures to my group? How do I share photos? No. How do I share photos? No. How do I allow photo comments in a Facebook group? Go to setting, under setting. You're going to see a spot where it says visitors posts. Okay, so let's see. Visitors posts. Settings, group settings. Hide group, visitors posts. Visitors posts. Visitors posts. Edit post formats. Add. It keeps it keeps bringing me back to the beginning. Approve members posts. No. Edit post formats. Let me see this. These formats come with every group and can't be removed. It says these formats come with every group and can't be removed, and it's photos and videos, and it doesn't let me do it. Look, here. These formats come with every group and can't be removed. Photos and video. You can't even do it. I don't know. It says visitors. Let me see this. Let me go. Let me watch this.
How easy it is to allow people to actually add photos in your spot where it says visitor posts. When you open that up, you're actually able to either disable posts.
Okay, let me check this out. Settings and privacy. Settings. Let me see this again. Page visibility. General. Page info. Okay, let me look at this. Okay, let me see this.
Visitor posts.
You're going to see a spot general. General. Let me go back. I can't sit on this all night to make. I got to do this when another day, because this is going to take forever. This is going to take forever. Okay. Community home overview. Overview. Let me see. Posts to group quality, membership, moderation, alerts, administration assistance. Suspend the person for 1 day. Remove published posts if. No. Overview. Manage, browse. Community home rooms. Community home. Manage. Overview. Group settings. I don't see anything that has to do with visitors. No, I don't get it. I don't even see where they have page info. General. It says general. I don't even see general in my thing. Oh my God. It doesn't even say general. What does it say? Watch later, share, who can publish to your page timeline. Okay, it's too much for me. You see, I'm very slow at all this. Yeah, Leo, I can't do with the video and talk. It doesn't work. So listen, it's getting late, and I wanted to finish what I was doing with number 44 from the first design. So this is only one part of the Christmas tree, right? It just keeps going on, and then there's this side, and then there's a separation between the two, in which if you take a C clamp, right, I create just 1 second. You see what happens, okay, with this is I take a C clamp, or not even, okay, and I connect this. I'm just trying to see. I'm just redoing this, and I take this clamp and I connect it here. And that's how I connect the above with the below, the same as, let me see, do I get to here and then here? Then this, where did I get the angle from? What did I do? Is this big enough? I get this, I get that. God, I don't know which, that goes here, that goes here. So this, so let's stop over, let's see. Now this would go out to here, and then it would come to here. And this would go down to here to, I'm just trying to see if we did this right. Like this, like this. So is that, did I get that right? Oh no, it had to go to here, and then here. Okay. Okay, so we came to here, and then to connect the other side, right, we would possibly do it a little bit different to connect to the other side, and we connect to the other side this way. Did I do that right? And then somehow the whole thing would be joined. Somehow the whole thing would come together. I'm not really sure how it would all work, but the ace is a skeleton, and so this is the way I would see it. I mean, I'm not sure if it's open more, close more, where they're connected to, but this is their base. This is the base value of the ace. But now, right, don't forget this is an empty spot. Now we're going to go on to the next spot. So we have to create another one of these. So H and I comes together as, I don't know, do you want to look at 1111? Do you want to look at C3, right? Because it's a C. But this is your connection in between, whether you're taking the connection or not. It's a question I ask myself. So my question is I don't know which direction I'm taking it, but the minute you make it too elaborate, you start to lose an entity of it. But there's a little bit more into this. If you take a deeper look into this whole thing, you're going to see that, you know, when you question, what about number 2? What about number 5? Well, I don't know what color I should use. You know, so now when you start coloring the rest, you have either, you have 25, which is Earth's heart. You can also look at it as 5244, whether it's area, space, and teen, and you got the same thing up above. But if you take a look, there's sevens, right? Here is a 7. 77 is matter of Christ. 77 will create the student. And here's the L7. See the L letter and then the 7? And the mathematics for that L7 is 3 times 4, 3 plus 4. Halloween is the 304th day of the year. It is DC, or actually, let's say COD, cash on delivery. So there's a whole scenario for the initials. So this is what I see. Yeah, you know what? Maybe we can, tomorrow night, I'm busy. I don't know what I'm doing on Saturday. Maybe we could. I like to, I'm very much hands-on just to listen to somebody speak. I have to see, I'm very, very, very slow. Although it seems like possibly I do make connections here, I have to see it with my own eyes. And there's so many things that I still didn't cover. Number 17 and what's so strong about 17 and closure on numbers. 222 closure is 888. 222 closure is 555. 222 closure is 222 within itself. So they all rotate around each other. 2, 5, and 8 all rotate around each other, unlike any other number. Okay. Sorry, 369 rotates around itself, right? Hold on a second. I'm mixing two subjects up. To bring things into the cycle, 258 turn over itself, meaning 2 and 2 is 4. 2 and 5 is 7, and 2 and 8 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. So it goes into the rotation of 1, 4, and 7. This is our rotation on this planet, from 1, 4, and 7. Whether it's plus and minus, it's something different. We also have a rotation of 5 days and 2 days, and 6 days and 1 day, and 3 days and 1 day, and 3 days. This is the way we pass the 7-day week. But I wanted to do something before I finish, and it's to go back to one piece. And it's right here. This piece over here. Binary code. 124875124. Okay. But the reverse of this binary code, okay, is 3, 2, 6, 8, 9, 5. And then we're going to go 3, 2, 6, 8, 9, 5. I have to do it twice because I need full rotation. I need at least one mirror to see what it does. So this is telling me creation, heaven, birth, 7 come 11 in the gateway. This is 1/3. Hockey is on ice. We need to keep the CPU cool. You know, the puck. We don't need to use K because it's K that will create C. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals 2, and 1 equals to U. And the reverse of what is K is 16. The reverse cube. The 1 reverse 6 on the cube. 1 reverse 6. So what this is this is binary code straight. So this is talking about how can we create this? Well, this one is talking about this over here. Here's your 1881. Here's your, hold on a second. Here's your 1881. Here's your 2727. And guess what? Here's your 45. 54. 5 dots, 4 empty spaces, right? 5 dots, 4 empty spaces, 4 dots, 5 empty spaces. So when you get the 4 dot, 5 empty spaces, you're going to be inverted to 3 dot and 6 empty spaces. The gateway in the sun, the heavens of the spirit. Or did you want to use the soul because they're all souls inside of it? But the opposite is this one. The students born into the house, into the game, created heaven, birth of 11. At the seventh gate in the house of Bait, 9, 11. They invert. Anyways, the total here would be 14, 22, 31, 32, 33, 12, 8, 11, 19, 28, 33. So that would be binary code 33, 11, 11, 11, 33. And in this one over here, we have 9, 9, 9, 27. Is that what makes up the 60 seconds on the clock? I don't know. I guess we're going to leave it at that. 6 and 9 is this equation equaling to 15. 14 and 9 is that equation equaling to 23. And what's ironic is that 5 times 3, 5 plus 3 equals to 15 equals to 8 equals to what is 23. And what's ironic about that is number 27. 2 times 7 is 14. 2 plus 7 is 9, equaling to 23. And what's ironic about that is that pi is 3.1415. 1 and 4 and 1 and 5 is 29. 9 and 2. 1 and 4 is 5. 1 and 5 is 6. So this equation, these two equations coming together will create what is pi over here. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. And let me see what you said. Okay, yeah, I'm going to try and set up another page or something for next time. Okay. Oh, yeah, I can talk to you on chat, but I'm talking to you right here. No? I'm trying to figure out first. Okay, I'm just trying to figure that out. I got to go to bed. Let's see. You are a teacher of the cloth equals I know where you're coming from. Okay. Letters uses numbers and compression of sound equals bean. Why Ambrose was set on fire. This is on ice. My hands are cold. How come my hands are cold? It's 90 degrees. My hands are cold. Who are we? What are we? Should we just call ourselves humans? When this has knowledge, we're superhumans. When you know that the only thing that's going to harm you during life is your health, is because if life was lived as life was meant to be, there would not be any harm and there would not be what they set out as the RIP at the end of it. Anyways, too much to get into. I'm tired. I want to thank you for being here. Okay, that's okay. But I got to go to bed. It's late. There's so much going on. I got off my main set of what I wanted to talk about. But again, 8 comes back into 8. Now, if it's a low number within itself, that's one thing. But when it comes to the cube, 8 and is the void. Okay, 8 is the void to 1. If it's 8 total on 2 cubes, it is the inverted to 6. Nighty night. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you. Cheers.